If you're planning to become a real estate agent in Illinois and don't know where to start, on this video, I'm gonna teach you everything that you need to know, requirements, step-by-step guide, and after you get licensed, how do you become successful in this business? Who am I to teach this? My name is Oleg. I started as a real estate agent in 2017, and it was really hard for me to start selling. It took me 8 months to sell my first property, but after that, I was doubling every single year. Right now, I'm running a real estate brokerage, and we are recruiting agents, and we're seeing how agents grow. After they pass their license, we teach them how to grow their business, and this year's 2025, we're on track to sell 750 homes as a brokerage. So I know a lot about this business, and that's why I want to teach you today how to get licensed and how to become successful in this business. Because just getting a license is only half of a job. After that, there's reality that comes into play, and there's a lot of things that school doesn't teach you that you need to know in order to become successful. Step number one, you just have to meet requirements, which is you have to be at least 18 years old. You have to have at least a high school diploma. You don't have to have a college degree. It's a one career that you can make a lot of money without college degree. And that's what's beautiful about this business. And you have to be eligible to work in the United States. Pretty much that's all the requirements that you need to have. And then what you're gonna do, and you're gonna buy yourself a course. It is a 75-hour pre-licensing course. There's two ways. There's online and then there's in person. Down in the comments, I'm going to have a link to an online school through our website, which I have to disclaim this, we're going to get paid a little bit of money if you sign up to that school. The whole course is like $300. It's cheaper than in person, but you can also go in person. In person, I would say just Google it, search any school that near you because they're all the same. The course is the same. The book is going to be the same. It just depends on what your learning style is. Is it easier for you to do it on your time, on your terms, in the evening or between breaks or whatever is convenient for you, or you have to go to the classes and sit in front of the instructor, and maybe the person that's teaching the class is important for you to learn as well, because then you can interact and you can absorb the information easier. Either way, taking that 75-hour course is what you need to help go through in order to get ready for the test. It depends also on your style of learning, but it could take 2 weeks. Sometimes it takes people a couple months, and sometimes it could be up to a year. My wife, it took her about 2 years because it was always challenging between work. Chances are this career is probably your second career, it's not your first. So that's okay for the course to take a couple of months. That's fine. You don't have to rush. You have to remember and learn everything that's in the course, but there's not as much of information that's in the course needed in the real life. But you have to take that 75 hours. And like I said in the beginning, it could be anywhere between $200 for online versions all the way up to $750 for in-person classes. After you take that whole course, you will be taking an exam, internal exam. It's important for you to get the highest score possible, and to pass, you'll have to get 75% answers correctly. And if you pass the internal test, you will be eligible now for the final exam. Before you go to final exam, here's my 2 tips. Sign up for Prep Agent on YouTube. When I was passing my test in 2017, he helped me out tremendously. He's got explanation of difficult terms in a simple language that I could put in my mind, understand how it works, because I was renting apartment before I got my real estate license. So I did not know what the survey is, appraisal, encumbrance, encroachment. So he helped me out understand all these things. So sign up for Prep Agent. I'll have his link in the comments, and also buy Exam Smart. That's lots of tests, and you'll just have to go through these tests and just memorize them, learn them, because once you go to the final exam, you'll see that the answers and questions are very similar. So those 2 things will help you out with the test tremendously. And you'll have to get 75% of answers correctly on the final exam. There will be 2 stages. There will be state and there will be national. There will be 140 questions, 100 national questions, 40 specific to Illinois. Here's my tip again. Don't think that you can guess everything, because there's usually questions 2 are right. 1 is more right, the other one is less right. Try to memorize everything, try to learn, try to deeply understand what's going on in the book, and pass the test. Now, after you pass the test, you will be looking for a sponsoring broker. This is where all the fun begins. This is where you're going to be coming to the offices of the brokerages and see that everybody wants to hire you. Pretty much, almost everybody wants to hire you. Some companies have different levels of training. Some companies have different levels of support, payments, monthly fees, different structures of commissions, and you in the beginning will have to understand what is so important for you that everything else matters less, because you will never be able to find a company that matches everything. There's the cheapest company but has no training. There's a more expensive company but has this amount of training. Support is important for you, but not as much in the beginning. It will be later in your career when you're going to be having a lot of transactions. In the beginning, you'll need a lot of training, and the company that has a lot of training is the best fit for you in the beginning, probably. I'm not here to make any decisions for you, but this could be your best choice. The company that is the most expensive maybe is not the best, but maybe there is a cheaper company that has more trainings. Maybe that's better. So that's why it's kind of like important for you to look for an interview couple, see the environment, see what type of agents are there, what kind of leadership is at the company, because everything starts with the leadership. If the leadership is missing or not there, no trainings, you're starting off with maybe a wrong foot. Sometimes that choice could either propel you into success, or it could actually scare you away, or you're just going to be disappointing beginnings and you're just going to feel like this career is not for you. I'll tell you that if I had chosen the wrong brokerage, maybe I wouldn't have been where I am right now, because the office I was in was very supportive. The environment was great, and I had examples to look at in order for me to grow. So that was a hugely important, and that's why I'm building here the company that has the energy that helps brand new agents to grow. So let's assume you already chosen the company. The reason you need the brokerage, because in the first 2 years you have to be under sponsorship, and that's why you need to find a sponsoring broker, which is joining the brokerage for at least 2 years. After that, you can actually open up your own company if you decide so, but there's a lot of expenses that come with that. And that sponsoring broker and managing broker will help activate your license and get you going. Within 2 years of getting licensed as a real estate agent, you will have to have 45 hours of post-licensing education done here in Illinois. Everything is done digitally, but as soon as you join the company, now you're ready to sell. And now I want to give you some tips, some practical things that are not on a course, on how to position yourself to successfully sell real estate and make good amount of money, because 87% of agents fail in the first 5 years. I don't want you to be one of them. I want you to start and get into this career to make money. First thing you're going to have to do is understand that this is sales. This is sales. There's a lot of rejection, even from your friends and maybe even family. If you have thick skin or you're ready to develop the thick skin, this career will be great for you. Number two, you have to understand that your level of commitment is going to dictate how far you're going to go. So if you don't feel like this career is something that you're going to do for the rest of your life or for the 10, 20, 30 years, I would say don't get in here. But on the other side, if you're going to go through this, there's going to be a lot of money too. So your first step, you're going to let everybody know who knows you. You now a real estate agent, which means all your social media profiles, Google page, your YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook, Zillow profile, other websites profile, everywhere in there. You have to create your profiles, advertise yourself, get yourself a nice headshot with your business cards, your website. Everywhere is going to scream that you're a real estate agent, professional, ready to work, hardworking, available 24/7 with your cell phone. That's already a lot of work. You don't have to have a lot of money. You have to be hungry and willing to work hard in order to help people buy and sell homes, and they will make sure that you make good amount of money. Then what we're going to do is we're going to increase the amount of people that know us by creating content on social media. And if you don't want to get on the camera, you're not going to be making a lot of money. In our real estate office, we have a huge TV where there's a board of top 15 agents that have the most amount of closing, the most amount of contracts. And all of these 15 agents all use social media. And those are things you will always see in common in real estate. The ones that promote themselves the most sell the most amount of homes. In the first 6 months, you have to be ready that there's going to be no sale. Even if you do everything right, there might be no sale still, because there's a period. It's an incubation period. Everybody learned that you're a real estate agent and forgot 5 minutes later. Then you mention them again and they forgot again. Your job is to keep mentioning, and that's called follow-up. You can follow up with potential clients, or you can follow up with current clients, and you can follow up and follow back and follow through with current and past clients. There's no ceiling in this career. Everything is dependent on you. But why so many people don't succeed in real estate is because they get in here and they don't understand what's required. They think that everything will be given. Some companies have leads that you will have some information about people that are thinking about selling or buying real estate, but most of the companies don't have it. And even if they have these leads, there's a lot of work that needs to be done in order to convert that lead into the client. And a lot of agents don't have patience. They don't have training for follow-up. They think that lead is right now and I'm going to convert it today. This business is based on building relationships. The relationship building process doesn't happen within an hour or day or week. There's no quick money in real estate. Only if you've been in the business for so long that your past clients that bought many properties with you call you back, finding another investment property, but you've seen so many with them, they don't even need to see it, and you just make a contract. Those quick sales will happen, but only later in the business. If you're expecting them right in the beginning, this industry is not going to be good for you. But if you focus on relationships, and if you have the best intentions, and you're here in this business for the long term, and you're going to be working hard in the beginning, and you're not afraid to get out of your comfort zone, you're going to make a lot of money being a real estate agent. If you want to learn more about this career, I make a lot of content for real estate agents. Subscribe, like, give me some comments. I'll create more content for you. Hope to see you soon. Again, my name was Oleg, and good luck in your career as a real estate agent.